Hello, YouTube. My name is Richard Chatham Lee the third, and in this channel, I'm going to be doing a podcast. I'm just going to turn it into a podcast channel. It's a podcast channel now. Little old me used to play old school RuneScape, and now I'm making a podcast. Look at me. Look how awesome that is. Okay, so I suppose the topics I'll talk about. Let's just throw one of the topics from stream in, and then I'm going to go off of that. I'm not going to be doing any editing to my videos. It's going to be off the rip from the start to the finish. So we're just going to run it like that. Um, let's see here. Oh fuck. Hold up, I have to find my notes. You know what? Good versus evil. I think it's important to start there. There's good and there's evil. What makes them different? That's a good question to me. What makes good and evil different? Well, evil makes you feel bad, good makes you feel good. Bad and good. I don't want to feel bad. I want to feel good. But a really smart Buddhist came around and he was like, or he kind of made Buddhism, I think. Um, he sat under the tree, he forgot about the fruit, you know. Well, he remembered everything, but he dissolved. That's what remembering everything is. So Buddhism is like about dissolving oneself. It's about breathing in and out and basically losing your identity because our identity is false. That's what Buddhism believes. I think. Don't quote me on that. But anyways, he sat there and he figured out, hey, yin and yang. Everyone knows what yin and yang is, okay? There's a little bit of dark. You gotta have that so you can see light, and you gotta have a lot of light to see dark. Something like that. So it's like good and evil, right? A lot of people are like, it's so interesting to me because you can walk past a person and you can tell within like 5 minutes of meeting someone if they're good or evil. It's like we have this natural gut instinct as humans where we can tell the vibe of the person that we're hanging around. And I just find that beautiful because like I was at work today and there was a guy, he kept trying to fuck with me. Like he would keep like basically like trying to get on my nerves. And I could see it so clearly, but I knew he could not. Like he's lower in the consciousness level, not to offend anybody. Some people are just down there. Some people are up here. It's just how it goes. And this guy, he kept trying to pick on me. And you know what I would do is I would like like I'd laugh at him like it was like he was trying to say a joke. I'd be like, "Come on, man! Like what's your deal, man?" You know what I mean? And that disarms people. Like laughter, smiling, it'll disarm people. I don't know what his problem is, but then I meet people who it's like you can tell they're on a good path. It's pretty rare though. I do have to say, with the state of how things are nowadays, I run into people who are on a good path more often than not, or a bad path more often than not, rather. Um, Whether that's the trajectory of their life and like the choices they make, I see, or just the attitude and the energy I get from the person, it's usually something bad. Everyone's got a fucked up life, pretty much. I mean, this is how it goes. Everyone's had tough times, and it's made people calloused. Um, I've only met a handful of people that I can agree with in a very spiritual sense, where it's like, yeah, I get you. Yes, yes. For me, I'm like a middleman. I don't hold strong opinions. Kind of like I said earlier in the stream. There's everyone's bound to have an opinion, and okay, let's say there's a situation like yin and yang, good and evil. Okay, usually, like a penny has two sides, heads and tails. Usually, with a situation, like let's say something happens at work, like two coworkers get into an argument. Okay, one person is arguing their position, and the other person is arguing their position. It's two different positions. You know what I mean? In an argument. Anything past that in an argument, it gets a little bit more complex because there can be 3 points of views. I'm not saying there's always 2 points of views to something, but to keep it simple, um, it's interesting because I'll look at them and it's like I look at one side, I look at the other side, and I have a whole different opinion every time. Usually that their argument is bullshit, that they're just like when people argue with each other, it's almost it's like it's like watching kids. It's like so what I say a lot of the time if I'm trying to diffuse an argument is I'll be like, "Come on, you guys look like y'all are married. Like, come on, what are y'all bickering about here? Come on, hey." And it works to disarm people. Like my whole motive is to disarm folk because I'm dangerous and I'm like that. No, but on a serious note, it's a safe way to live life to disarm, to have a disarming attitude. Um, what else? Oh, I want to talk about death again because I don't think I talked about death here. So like my viewpoint on death is basically that, well, my viewpoint is that people look at it the wrong way. People look at death in the wrong way. Old people, something you notice in old people, an old person comes around and they're like, "Hey, I'm old. I'm ready to die." You know? So that at that point they get to the stage where they're living to die. You know, so they're gonna do all their old person things until they die. They're like, "I'm ready to go. I'm ready to get up out of here." You know what I mean? I kind of reached that stage a little young. So for me, it's like I'm living to die. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's just like there's so many things that not living to die affects negatively. If you're not living to die, you're living to like step on your tippy toes. I'll use the same metaphor as the stream. You're on your tippy toes and you're like tiptoeing, and it's like, uh-oh, there's a blockade in your life. You reach a block, and so it's like, so they tiptoe, they feel its temperature, they step back a little bit, and then they touch it. Like, does the door open? Okay, it doesn't open. Okay, okay, and then they're like, okay, if I blow on it, okay. I mean, I had this problem, but I gotta be really careful. I gotta be really careful because I could die. So they have this really careful attitude. Me, this is what happens with me. Bonk. Oh shit, there's a problem. Solved. Bang, bang, bank. Like, and it's not that I'm describing that I'm smarter than other people. I'm just describing that I'm more self-confident. Because it doesn't take a genius to look at a door, know there's a room there, to want to go there. Okay, I want to go to the closet. Open the door then, so that you can get to the closet, you dummy. You know what I mean? And you just walk in. But some people are like, that's the next stage in their life. They're trying to get there, and they're like, oh shit, what do we got here? Looks like a door, but I can't trust it. I can't trust that this problem is what I really think it is. And it's like, hold up a minute. Hold up a second. Okay. Okay, it didn't blow up. It didn't blow up. Okay, now I can go through it. Now I can go through it. And then they're in the dark. You know what I mean? They're just in the next. Me, it's like I actually have a light on in my head. Like, I'm sorry, y'all. It just seems like y'all are like lights on, no one's home type of vibe. Because it's like most people nowadays, it's like they're just like they look at the light as if it's something to reach, not something to hold on to and to flow with. They're like, I need to go there. I need to get there. But like, I ain't gonna lie, I'm in the light right now. That's how fucking reality works, man. It's just you gotta understand some more for everybody. And I hope people grow. I hope at least one person watches this video, maybe through to the end, and I hope it helps somebody, at least one person. I gotta have small goals to start off. Only 100 subscribers. I doubt any of them are even gonna watch this, but I hope it helps at least one person. Because I want to start helping people believe in themselves. People don't believe in themselves enough. That's another good topic. People really have a hard time believing in oneself. And I'll explain why that is. Religion. Now this is a tough topic, but me personally, I think Jesus Christ was real. I think he did walk. I don't think he walked on water. I don't think that he resurrected in a traditional sense. I don't think he was fully dead, brain dead, and then he comes back. I can't. I've never seen that before. You know what I mean? Like I haven't seen it happen in real life. And it's like he's been gone 2,000 years. If he was gonna come back, would have been before like we have like what the war in Gaza. You know how many child amputees there are just walking around right now, just no arms, no legs, and they're having to be EMTs. They're having to save people's lives. Like, you know that? Where's God? Like, come on, man. Like, it's pretty simple to me. But I respect faith. I love faith. It's a beautiful thing to see in people having a religion. It's a cultural significant. It's culturally significant. It's a beautiful thing, and it's gonna happen with people anyways. They're gonna build religions, like whether there's one or not. If all of a sudden people like their brains were wiped and they forgot about religion entirely, they are gonna fucking make another one. Like something is gonna happen, and it's gonna be another religion, no matter what. Whether we're looking at the sun, calling it Ra, you know what I mean? Whatever the fuck. That's what we're smoking on here. Smoking on a switch straight from Cali. I'm not sure if it's straight from Cali. I actually can't confirm that, but it's good smoke. It's got 3 tanks on it, so you can switch it. Boop, 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 boop. Pretty dope to me. Not everyone's a smoker though. Yeah, I think that's about where I'm gonna end the video. That's one video. Hi YouTube. Bye YouTube.